Hi there. So glad to have you with me today. I'm Linda.Hollington with Caldwell Bank of Paradise, and we're going to be talking about property taxes. I'm in Florida, Florida realtor, and I am getting a lot of questions and sometimes having some serious issues because a lot of times buyers are so focused on getting the house, paying for the house, getting the insurance on the house and stuff that the taxes are never looked at. And then they realize, well, how much the taxes are, and they're thinking, or they're telling me, I should say, I can't afford these taxes. Not with this mortgage payment I've got. I can't afford those taxes. And we're going to go through that a little bit this morning. So what exactly, if you're new to owning a property, what are property taxes? They're going to be charges to you for the property, for the value of your property by your local government. And while we're thinking about that, in Florida, our governor is thinking about doing away with property taxes. So we'll see. Let's see, where am I? It's very simple to find out. Once we look at a house, you tell me that you want to look at this house, and I can pull it right up. I can send the property tax to you, so you'll have it in your hands right away. So you know, so you can add that to your expenses, so it's not a surprise to you. And it's not difficult to find. The taxes are calculated by multiplying the assessed value. Now, you don't have a property appraiser exactly, you have an assessment. It's done by the state. And then they take that assessment and they subtract any reductions that you might have, because there are a lot of reductions to take advantage of in Florida. So you may have some of them. Then they multiply by the state rate, and that's going to tell you what you're going to pay. Here's the best example I could come up with. Your property is $200,000. That's what your mortgage is going to be for $2,000. You subtract your whatever tax deductions you might have, and a lot of deductions. If you already live in Florida and you have some tax deductions, you need to check and see if they're portable and they can be transferred to this property. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So you have to find that out. So you take those deductions away, and then you multiply by the state rate, which is 0.005, and your taxes are going to be $1,000 for the year. Now that's about as simple as I can make it, but that's how they're calculated. Some of those tax exemptions might be, there's some for senior citizens, veterans, disabled people, and it also includes a surviving spouse. So if the senior in the house dies, it still is good for the wife. Same thing for veterans and disabled. There's also a homestead exemption that anybody can apply for if this is your residence. You can apply for it in Florida before the 1st of March. Get the paperwork and get that done. And it does save you quite a bit of money, but you must apply for it. And there's a good chance, most likely, that if you're getting a mortgage, your lender's going to want you to include that in your mortgage, part of your mortgage payment. So you'll have whatever your mortgage is plus your taxes, because they want to make sure the taxes are kept paid on that property. And in order for them to be sure of that, they'll collect the money for it and they will automatically pay your taxes. There may be a point in time when you can get them separated, but probably not. Properties are also in Florida reassessed every year. So they could go up or down depending on how the property value comes out. You can appeal those assessments, and they'll give you a second opinion, but they give you a very short window. So if you apply for an appeal, if you put an appeal in, make sure you act very quickly in getting that done. And there are transfer taxes. When the title of property changes, there's a fee applied. And it can be negotiated between the buyer and seller as to who's going to pay it. So sometimes the taxes are left out of the conversation in buying a house. Make sure that doesn't happen to you. Make sure you've had a conversation. Make sure you've seen what the taxes are going to be. And make sure you've seen that up front and not too late in the process. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again soon.